musings from the tiny little studio on this tiny little Greek island. It is a clear day, just some clouds in the distance. The sea is calm. It's pretty nice. It's not too cold. It's another day for cold water swimming. I went yesterday and brought my very, very dearest friend ever on the planet with me, um, who is suffering with long COVID and has been pretty much in bed for, I mean, 2 years now. So with these wonderful cell phones, we can do these kinds of things, and that is the joy of technology today. And we walked down together. I had her on the camera and brought her in the water with me, and it was really lovely. I think she enjoyed it. She said she did, because she got to come swimming with me here on the island. And I oftentimes don't like this whole tech world, but of course I wouldn't be here talking to you if I didn't have it. And I'm really grateful for that. I love that. I absolutely love that. And I wouldn't be able to take her swimming with me. And, before all of this time, when I was a kid, we were writing letters, and I love writing letters. I do. I love to write. It is also part of my my creativity, the space where I really get to nourish that creativity. Painting is writing on a canvas, right? It's still that same kind of connection. So I have this this new practice that I put into play this week with my my sheep painting, which is coming along just beautifully, and that 15 minutes, just I pull out my palette. I know today that I have a lot of writing to do, and I want to focus on that. But first I'm going to paint for 15 minutes. And I did. I've been doing it every day. Yesterday, I actually painted for a few hours. I started with the 15 minutes and it just kept going and going and going. And ooh, that was fun. That was so much fun. I really, I really made some progress on that little section. So this new style of painting, of doing section by section and really getting it, has, you remember last week I was like, I don't really like this. This week I'm thinking there's so many interesting things that are happening that I'm beginning to notice, that I'm incorporating, that I'm understanding, that I'm seeing, that I don't think I would have seen if I just kept painting the way I always paint. And so now I'm coming to this practice of this realism and seeing things that I never paid attention to. I'll put it that way, because when you're painting from large masses to small and getting more detailed as you go, yes, I love that way of painting, and I really don't think that I'm going to stop that style. I like it because it's taking this abstract, it's my whole philosophy thing, right? You get this idea and it's this abstract, and then you limit it and limit it and limit it, you hone it down and put it out into the world. And I like watching that process happening on my canvas. I connect with that. So this style is different, and it doesn't work in the same way. Sorry about that. It doesn't work in the same way. Your little rectangle that you're working on, and you're going to get it, right? Just by following what's going on. And so I get to put in the knowledge that I have already acquired, with the tonal value and the coolness or warmness of a color that I'm mixing and using depending on where I am on the painting. So yeah, you're copying what you're seeing, and I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be, if there are any shouldn'ts or wouldn'ts or couldn'ts in this practice that I'm doing. But I find that, yes, this is a cool place, and towards raw umber, and then it kind of moves out, but I'm in the light area, and I'd really like to emphasize it just a little bit more. So I'm going to add a little burnt sienna, just very lightly warm it, so it's not that cool tone. And I don't know if that's acceptable. I think it depends on the the specific type of realism that you're going for. I really don't know a lot about it, so I'm not going to really make a claim anywhere. But what I'm doing in this painting is just doing that one section and really putting it into place. And I'm finding that although I didn't like it last week, that this week I'm beginning to like it. And this week I'm beginning to find the benefits. And you know what that's from? It's from failing, because last week I was failing in this endeavor. In the last couple of weeks, I wasn't doing it the right way. And okay, there's not really a right or wrong way to painting. I'm not saying that, but there's a certain method and a pattern that those who paint in like this hyper realistic kind of way. I don't think I'm going to do a hyper realist type painting. I don't know that I'm able to do that. But moving into that realm, I just find that I'm learning so much, and I had to fail at it for a couple weeks and just keep messing up, and that's why, of course, I don't like it, because I'm messing it up. And this week it's kind of coming together. So one is I put into practice this week of just doing that 15 minutes, just 15 minutes, and then I'll go on with the other things that I have to do. So I'm nourishing my creativity. I'm releasing the creative block that is building. First, that I'm not painting, and second, that I don't like what I'm painting. And so I'm just nourishing the release of that block, right? Just nourishing the flow of creativity, and then that just kind of begins to let go of anything hard, holding and stuck energy that is happening in my studio here. and just kind of letting it go only by doing 15 minutes. So it's not a huge commitment that I'm asking of myself. It's just you're going to do this for 15 minutes and just keep going, keep going, keep going. And I'm figuring it out. And this week, I'm pretty much enjoying this new style. And the more I'm enjoying it, the better I'm painting. And the more I am seeing, which I wasn't seeing before. And it's all good. It's all good. Ah. And I am reminded in this difficult period of my life, in our personal realm, with the sinking of the boat, and trying to get back on stable ground, with the new, building new boats. We've got 3 small ones going. Um, And I mean, this is just like too much information for you guys. Has nothing to do with the studio, but there's a process that needs to come into play so that we can get another big boat out and my husband back out fishing where he loves to fish, which is way out, out on the open seas, not anywhere near the island. And it's a different kind of fishing. He can do his lobster fishing and scorpion fish, scorpines, which are top of the line here in Greece. So that's where he needs to be. That's what he does. And through this process of trying new things, he has learned a lot about boat building, because he's building his own boats, and how to put it all together, how to make it work better, and the frustration and failures that he faced are now in his back pocket, and he knows exactly what to do and how to do it, how much money it's going to cost, the materials he needs to build this type of boat. And it's just so cool to see that even though he's a fisherman, he's also extremely creative. And aren't we all extremely creative beings, no matter what we're doing? So, oh yeah, it's already been a good morning. I'm going to get back, sit down and write and just dive in there, because I've got the house to myself today. And when I have the peace and quiet, and I don't have that tug to be doing the family thing, it's quite nice to have the break. So I'm going to get on and do that. You guys, be inspired, be creative, be you. Have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you all again on Monday. Bye-bye.